Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, YouTube holics, to Game 3 of the Dennis Wuoremna Memorial Goalball Tournament. So far, two mercies on the agenda. Earthquake taking care of New York, and Cyclones taking care of the LA Eagles. And now we open a new chapter in the tournament. Women's Goalball, as the Aftershock of California take on the club team from Zacatecas, Mexico. Matt is here with me again on the microphone to bring you the explosive action from the court. And we have a guest in studio. You may hear him muttering and sputtering on the microphone every once in a while. And that's Abel. Hey, Abel.
Hey.
He's really far away from the mic, so you may not be able to hear a single iota of what he says, but we'll try to let you know if it's important.
So Zacatecas is starting with the ball right now. They're all grouped up at the back center. The ball's handed off to the right wing. And she finds the corner of the goal and is wearing number 1 and throws the ball, blocked by the center from the Aftershock, who backs up to the goal and returns it to the right wing of Zacatecas. It looks like she's going to take her second shot. Throws a nice shot into the gap, blocked by the feet of the center from the Aftershock. And then the left wing from the Aftershock with the ball now throwing into the gap in front of her. Center from Zacatecas. Ooh, she's wild on the court. She has a huge windup and then sets the ball down very slowly to center. Ball's passed to the right wing of the Aftershock. The smooth ball gets the center from Zacatecas to dive hard to her left and creeps into the goal, into the gap between the center and the right wing.
Yeah.
Good play there. Defensively, making sure that no goals score early for the Aftershock, allowing them to get the early 1-0 lead.
So, ball thrown from the right wing of Zacatecas, full cross court, blocked by the right wing from the Aftershock, pass to the center. Ball thrown to the left wing of Zacatecas, retrieved by the center, thrown across the face of the center for the Aftershock. Left wing has the ball for the Aftershock now. Finds the corner, dips down, winds up, throws the ball, blocked by the wing in front of her. Now Zacatecas' turn. They're returning the ball to the left wing of the Aftershock. It's collected, and she'll take her second throw. Ball thrown just about down the line, blocked by Zacatecas, pass to center. Thrown from center into the gap, blocked by the left wing. Now the center from the Aftershock, throwing the ball straight in front of her, blocked by the number 2 from Zacatecas in center. Pass to the number 3 on the left wing, who throws the ball into center. Now on the Aftershock side down there, I think we got Kiera's playing right wing, Cristela in center, and Brenda on the left. Ball thrown by Kiera into the center. I don't remember what numbers they were wearing. Do you, Joe?
No, I can't remember either.
We'll have to tell you when they come to this side of the court. It'll be easier for me to see. Aftershock left wing. Throws the ball into center. Blocked forward and out of bounds to the right-hand side by the center. I think Cristela's in the number 8.
Decipher them as they go.
And the right wing from Zacatecas down the line. Blocked by Brenda on the Aftershock. Throws the ball across the face of the center. Center moves to the right. Ball goes to her left. Hits her left wing's hands and scores.
So a good job by the Aftershock keeping the ball in bounds thus far. Taking the 2-0 lead on a couple of good shots. One each for the wings of the Aftershock.
Right wing from Zacatecas. Firing one across the face of the center. It's blocked forward, rolling slowly. Chasing after it. Picked up by the official. And it looks like there's a stoppage in play. And the coach of the Aftershock calls a timeout, presumably to stop a 10-second penalty from occurring.
So in goalball, when the ball comes in contact with you or one of your teammates, you have a 10-second shot clock in which to work with to volley the ball back down the court. In that situation, the ball hit one of the Aftershock players and rolled loose, winding that 10-second clock down. The timeout called to avoid potentially running out of shot clock and having to defend the entire goal, all 30 feet, by yourself for one shot.
And now a conversation between the coach from Zacatecas and the officials happening.
A lot of times in this competition, a lot of the officials and administrative help from the Mexico delegations. Don't speak a lot of English, and so it's quite a challenge to make sure they understand situations as they happen on the court. The official language of goalball is English, but that doesn't mean everyone plays by the same rules.
Very true. There's lots of things that the teams from Mexico do that are against the rules that they are just completely unaware of. And now a premature throw thrown by the Aftershock. Or maybe not. Maybe they got it off after the quiet please, and now the ball's returned by Zacatecas and is in the Aftershock possession, the left wing. Winding up and throwing the ball across the face of the center, jumped on by the center. Gets up pretty quickly, throws from the left-hand sideline into center. It's blocked by the Aftershock. Winds up, throws to the left-hand side, blocked by the right wing from Zacatecas, who finds her corner, sets up her shot, releases across the face, blocked by the feet of the right wing from the Aftershock, out of bounds.
Both teams doing a real good job of blocking the balls that come in contact with their body, especially the Aftershock doing a good job keeping their goal clean, up 2-0 here in the first half.
And now it looks like another timeout taken by the Aftershock.
So in the women's tournament there are 8 participants, or 7 actually. They ended up with 7 participants from Arizona, Utah, Mexico, California. On the men's side, there are 10 teams participating in this tournament. So far, we have featured 4 of those, and now 2 of the 7 women's teams you're seeing here. On day 1 of the Dennis Wuoremna Memorial Goalball Tournament from Los Angeles, welcome to those of you watching on YouTube.
So we're starting back in play right now. The Aftershock has the ball in the hands of the center. Finding the center hash, bending down to get ready to throw. Releases the ball down on one knee. Blocked by the center from Zacatecas, who returns the ball out of bounds to her right-hand side.
Obviously what we're seeing from the Aftershock as they throw the ball straight at Zacatecas is a need to make an adjustment and start throwing a little bit more angles, as the 2 goals that have been scored both gone across the center and to the opposite gap from where the wing has thrown it.
Zacatecas now. Nice shot down the line to the corner, but the left wing from the Aftershock is there. Steps into her gap, throws into the gap straight in front of her, collapsed down upon by the center of Zacatecas, and then handed off to her right wing on the ground, who throws into center, blocked by Cristela. Backs up to the back of the net and throws out of bounds to her left-hand side at the opposing team's high ball line. Now the ball dropped back in. Oh, looks like a timeout was called by Zacatecas.
So a lot of breaks in the action here in the first half. Aftershock holding on to a 2-0 lead. And Zacatecas from Mexico. Now this is the largest turnout of women's teams I've had in the LA tournament since I have been participating in the event, since 2005. So good job for the Western Conference, and thanks to the delegations from Mexico bringing some new faces in to women's goalball here in this LA tournament.
Absolutely. And as action is starting back up here, we have the left wing from Zacatecas holding the ball. And just as the Aftershock is getting back down and ready to defend, play is called, and the ball is thrown from the left wing into center. Blocked by Cristela, handed off to the left wing, who throws the ball out of bounds just past half court on the right-hand side.
So back-to-back errant throws by the Aftershock now, but good awareness on that defensive set to be ready for that quick throw off the whistle.
Ball's dropped back in on the left wing for Zacatecas. Winds up, ball above her head, throws full cross court, out of bounds just at the wing line. Ball dropped in, left wing from Aftershock, passes to the center. The center throws the ball down to the right-hand side, hits the midsection of the left wing from Zacatecas. Balls rolls across the court just at the goal line. The right wing from Zacatecas stops it from going in, picks the ball up, and throws it back into center. So a lot of balls being thrown into the center from Zacatecas, I've noticed.
A good job by the center for the Aftershock, blocking the balls that are hitting her. And a lucky break for Zacatecas there, keeping the score 2-0.
Zacatecas center, throwing the ball to the gap on her right-hand side. Blocked by the left wing from the Aftershock. Finds the goal, throws across the court, but ball out of bounds around the wing line on her right-hand side.
She's got the right idea. Good shots going across court, but needs to tighten her angle up a little bit to stop throwing the ball errant.
Now an official stoppage in play, and I believe a line judge is just getting coached on how to drop the ball improperly.
So much of the game of goalball is based on rhythm and cadence. Having line judges that are effective and retrieve the ball with hustle really helps the game be more exciting and more spectator-friendly.
And now that the ball has been dropped in, the left wing for Zacatecas with it, winding up and throwing the ball cross court, blocked by the left wing from the Aftershock. Pass to the center, and now the center from the Aftershock stepping to her right, throwing into center, blocked by Zacatecas. The number 2 winding up and throwing back into center, and blocked by the Aftershock. Ball passed to the left wing, steps into the gap, throws a short cross across the face of the center. Center leans to her right and then blocks the ball out of bounds to her left-hand side.
So they almost got her again there. Good placement. Good reaction by the center to make sure that ball stays out of the goal.
And then the ball thrown full cross court by Zacatecas again, blocked by the Aftershock left wing. Pass to center, and the ball thrown out of bounds to the right-hand side.
She threw one out to the left earlier, made the adjustment, but over-adjusted, and that ball goes out wide to the right.
Ball back into the hands of the Aftershock. The right wing now, throwing the ball cross court. Tipped by the hands of the center from Zacatecas across her face and into the corner of the goal.
So again, Kiera with a cross-face shot gives the Aftershock a 3-0 lead in those effective angle shots. I'm assuming the Aftershock coaching staff has noticed and will continue to encourage those ladies to attack that particular shot on that center.
And now a defensive change by Zacatecas. The right wing and the center have switched positions, and it looks like the halftime buzzer has rung.
So you got a 3-0 lead for the Aftershock going into the half. I'm assuming Zacatecas will want to shore up their defense and try to help a little bit better on the cross-court shots. The Aftershock will want to try to keep more balls in bounds and really maybe push the pace a little bit so that they can run a little bit more goals on the board for their team. 3 minutes of intermission during a goalball match in this particular tournament because it's summer goalball celebration, kind of celebrating an organization called the Organization of the Physically Impaired, OPI, and we play with some older rules. So in these games, it's 7-minute halves with a 3-minute intermission. The rules as they stand in goalball call for 2 12-minute halves with a 3-minute intermission. So these games are just about half the length of a standard goalball game. But a lot of players from around the western United States and Mexico come out because it's a great tournament with all the amenities that you'd need as a blind person participating in sports, such as transportation and cheap hotel rates. So it makes it a great tournament.
And great food.
That is true. Well, I don't want to boast and brag too much because you guys are all listening and won't have a chance to experience it. But it is a terrific, delicious food display for 2 whole days, too. They don't mess around. They start at 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday and pretty much go until the end of the tournament on Sunday. And I can imagine how many water bottles they must find in the bleachers when they clean this place up after this goalball tournament.
Luckily, we don't have to do any of that.
We're on our way to the film room to broadcast the games when they're cleaning up. That's what we do, yeah. Coming into the second half of Game 3 of the Dennis Wuoremna Memorial Goalball Tournament from Los Angeles, the Aftershock of California women lead the Zacatecas Club team women from Mexico 3-0. Here's Matt again for second half action of this ball game.
Eyesight check's still going on right now. I got the numbers for the Aftershock side. We got the right wing, Kiera, wearing number 3, the left wing, Brenda, wearing number 2, and also a British Columbia jersey. She did come down all the way from Canada to come play with the Aftershock. So, another international participant to go along with the teams from Mexico and the player from Denmark that we'll see later on.
These referees at this tournament, who are all part of goalball programs in different areas of the country, getting themselves a little bit more international experience than some of our high-ranking U.S. officials by being able to ref this tournament with players from Mexico, Canada, as Boyle indicated, Denmark, and the United States. And remind me to talk a little bit about Kiera, because what a cool story for the Aftershock and the Goalball program in California that she is playing here in this tournament. As her first year concludes of being involved in Goalball, she's played a lot of women's tournaments, so a chance to win this game here up 3-0 at the half.
So play began, and it looked like a drawn-up play from the Aftershock. Brenda, the left wing, receives the ball from center, moves to the right wing, throws a cut gap shot between the center and the left wing of Zacatecas, who have still switched from the beginning or the end of the first half, and scores a goal.
Oh, well, I mean, it's always good to get up quick when you're coming out of a half, and a motion shot for a goal, making it 4-0 Aftershock early second half, maybe 10 seconds off the clock.
Ball's returned by Zacatecas into center, blocked by the number 8, dropped off to the right wing, Kiera. She throws a ball into the gap, and it's blocked by the center, coming really far over to the end of the wing line to block it. Winds up and throws back to center.
A little bit more range maybe for this Zacatecas center. We'll see how she does on the cross-court shots.
Cristela winding up, throwing that ball into center just in front of her. And now the right wing from Zacatecas. That one looked like it kind of slipped out of her hands, slowly rolls out of bounds to the right-hand side. And picked up by the left wing from the Aftershock. Throwing the ball full cross court, blocked by the center's hands, pushed out of bounds, just barely misses the post, the goal post.
So earlier on, we had a rote center that deflected a ball, passed her wing into the corner, and there almost the same thing, but a lucky break for Zacatecas. That ball goes out of bounds.
Aftershock center with another block and passes off to the right wing.
Again, just bringing it back. Zacatecas hitting the center a lot. The center doing a very good job.
And that was an amazing play by Zacatecas. The ball's ramped up by the foot of the center towards the left wing and caught in the air by the right wing. After they return the ball, though, the Aftershock with a goal into the corner of Zacatecas' right wing.
And who scored it? Was it the left wing?
I believe that it was the center.
So the center finally locating and scoring a goal, making it 5-0 Earthquake, and we are on our way to a potential third consecutive mercy.
That would be the Aftershock.
That's true. It would be.
And
so you're just going to point out my mistakes? Is that what this has become now?
And, oh my goodness, there was just a ball rolled, a slow ball rolled because the Aftershock didn't have much control over what was going on, and the ball scores as a goal. The Zacatecas women got down far too early, and the corner was wide open, and the slow ball thrown from the left wing by the Aftershock scores. And then there's an equipment check happening.
So the Aftershock, see, now you got me conscientious. I can't even open my mouth anymore. Aftershock with a 6-0 second half lead on Zacatecas. A very surprising 6-0 lead. Usually the women's teams from Mexico are the ones who do the best in this LA tournament, and that's been the history, but currently the U.S. team. And
now the left wing from the Aftershock, finding the same spot that she found with the slow ball, this time with one thrown a little bit harder, and it just hits the legs of the wing from Zacatecas and rockets into the goal.
So we're probably not even halfway through the second half here. 7-0 Aftershock. They've scored 4 here in the second, after putting up 3 in the first half, and are on the ropes.
And now the player who originally started in center for Zacatecas moved to left wing, has now switched with the right wing. So she's played all 3 positions, and we have the old right wing. Oh, excuse me, not switching positions, but being substituted out of the game. There's a substitution on the Zacatecas side.
So the stoppage in play, 7-0 Aftershock. A good defensive display to start the tournament by these girls here to let the other women's teams know they mean business moving forward, which is exciting.
Ball starting in the hands of the left wing for Zacatecas. Play is called. And now the ball is rolled into center. Picked up by the number 8. Thrown into center, popped up, but stays in front of the ball. Center from Zacatecas. Firing, blocked by The left wing from the Aftershock ball bounced up into the air behind her, but she rolls around and gets a hand on it just before it goes into the goal, throws the ball out of bounds to the left-hand side.
Great hustle there by the wing, preserving the defensive shutout, keeping that ball out of the goal, and all the momentum now again with the Aftershock.
Now Zacatecas throwing the ball back to center. The Aftershock center with the ball, throwing out of bounds to the left-hand side.
So a problem that they want to focus in on moving forward in this competition definitely will be the errant throws.
Zacatecas throwing the ball back into center. Ball dumped off to the left wing. She fires a ball into the gap, knocked into the corner by the center, and that's the 8th goal, and that's it.
So 3 goals played off of the bodies of Zacatecas and into the corners. The Aftershock put their name on the list of teams that have mercies in this LA competition.
So 3 games, 3 mercies. You don't see that too often, especially in 7-minute halves, albeit we are using an 8-goal mercy rule.
And we love LA. They're still 2 hours behind.